Welcome back. Are you doing enough sets in your workout to actually build muscle, or are you wasting time in the gym? Today, I'm going to break down how many sets per muscle group you should be doing in a week based off science so you can get stronger faster. Before we begin, let's define what a set is. A set is a group of repetitions performed without rest. So think 10 reps of bench press, that's one set. Sets are one of the most important variables in training volume, which directly impacts muscle growth. But how many is too many and how few is too little? Let's take a look and see what the research says. According to a study from 2017, doing 10 or more sets per week for a muscle group yields significantly better hypertrophy than lower volumes. So a good rule of thumb for most lifters is getting anywhere between 8 and 12 sets per week. This is about 4 to 6 sets per muscle group per workout if you're training each muscle group twice a week. Another study from 2010 found that multiple sets, so 2 up, per exercise produces 40% more muscle gain than just doing one set. But this should all make sense. More sets equals more damage to the muscles, which means more growth. Depending on your level in the gym, there's a difference in what works best for you. So here's a practical breakdown based off your experience level. So if you're a beginner, 3 to 4 sets, intermediate, 4 to 6 sets, advanced, 5 to 8 sets per workout. But again, this is all going to depend on how well you recover from the workout. If you're hitting a muscle group twice a week, you're looking at 6 to 12 total sets per week, which is right in that sweet spot for growth. Regardless of how often you train a muscle group per workout, as long as you're hitting the right total sets per week, you're going to see results. Let's say you're training chest twice a week and you want to hit 10 total sets per week. So an example would be day 1, bench press, you do 4 sets. Incline dumbbell press, you do 2 sets. And then on your second day of the week, you do 2 sets of chest fly and 2 sets of dip. That's 10 sets right there, spread out over 2 days. And of course, you can also do this all on the same day if that's your split. A couple common mistakes people make when it comes to sets is doing too many or too little sets in one session. So too many sets can lead to fatigue, poor form, and eventually burnout. And what do I mean by too many sets? These are the people that are in there doing 16, 20, 25 sets per muscle group. On the other hand, if you're doing too little sets, you're not going to hit your weekly goal of sets. That's not going to be enough to stimulate. This is going to be the person that goes in, does one session of muscle group per week, and only does 1 or 2 workouts for that muscle group. As a quick recap, for most people, 8 to 12 sets per muscle group per week. So that's sweet spot for muscle growth. So beginners, it's going to be 3 to 4 sets per muscle group per session. Intermediate, 4 to 6 sets per session. And advanced, 5 to 8 sets per session. And again, this is all based off how well you recover from each session. Most people are going to train this way, doing a muscle group twice per week to see their results. But remember, total weekly volume matters more. So if you can train each muscle group only once per week, then you're still going to see growth. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. I'll leave links below to my programs and my merch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.